welcome to the Retro Movie Talk Show. I'm your host Nick Peters, and this is the place to come to find out about all those videos you used to get back in the day where the new release had already been taken out for the night, so you ended up walking through the aisles at the sci-fi section, the horror section, looking at the covers and trying to find a good one. So on this episode of the Retro Movie Talk Show, we'll be looking back at a 1978 sci-fi film that you might not have heard of, called StarCrash. When an outlaw smuggler and her alien companion are recruited by the Emperor of the Galaxy to rescue his son and destroy a secret weapon by the evil Count Zarth Arn. So this film stars Marjoe Courtner, Christopher Plummer, don't know what the hell he's doing in this movie, and Caroline Munro.
Oh!
I've been at this for 12 straight hours.
So the plotline goes like this. Outlaw smugglers Stella Starr and Atcon manage to pick up a castaway while running from the authorities, who turns out to be the only survivor from a secret mission to destroy a mysterious superweapon designed by the evil Count Zarth Arn. The smugglers are soon recruited by the Emperor of the Galaxy to complete the mission, as well as to rescue the Emperor's son, who has gone missing. So when you watch this film, you might go, haven't I seen this film somewhere before? But you'll be wrong, because any similarities to Star Wars or any other sci-fi film is purely coincidental. So I've got to admit, this film doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The plot is very uncohesive, and what surprises me the most though is the calibre of the actors they've got in this. I mean, excluding Caroline Munro of course, but you've got Christopher Plummer. I was like, what are you doing in here, mate? And then I was even more surprised to find out David bloody Hasselhoff is in this movie. That's right, the Hoff is in this movie. And so another thing that really surprised me about this movie was the music. I was listening to this and going, this sounds actually really good. I wonder who composed the score for it. And it only turns out to be bloody John Barry, the famous composer who did James Bond and many other bloody brilliant movies. But let's talk about the main character, Caroline Munro. I mean, she wasn't really hired for her great acting skills, I don't think. And when I watched this as a little kid, there's only one thing that really drew me, other than the special effects and the fact it was very much a little bit like Star Wars.
Don't make us kill you! Come on!
Yeah, I think it was boobs. So in each episode of the Retro Movie Talk Show, we like to talk about 5 facts you may or may not want to know about the movie. So fact number 1, Caroline Munro was originally meant to wear her leather-clad bikini throughout the entire movie, but the director was told by the American executives that he may have problems distributing the film on broadcast network television in the United States. And fact number 2, David Hasselhoff contracted food poisoning during the shooting of the movie, and most of the parts where there's a person in a mask aren't actually him, but a production assistant playing him. But he did do all his own stunts. And fact number 3, and this makes a little bit of sense why John Barry isn't taking part in this movie. Apparently they didn't let him see the movie in case he did pull out of the project. And fact number 4, and this might explain why Christopher Plummer's in this movie, most of his scenes were actually shot in one day. And fact number 5, the character Atcon was originally devised as a grotesque alien, but Marjoe Courtner refused to wear any heavy makeup. And let's talk about his character. His character has some sort of force where he actually makes rave lighting with his hands. So watching this movie really makes you appreciate Star Wars, because that was made before this film and the special effects in that are so far more superior. In this they attempt to do a sort of Ray Harryhausen thing also, where they've got stop motion animation, which is kind of cool. I like a bit of stop motion animation, but really Ray Harryhausen was the master at this, and this was a very, very poor copy. So another thing in this movie that really makes you appreciate Star Wars is the special sound effects that you have. In Star Wars, they're very organic and they sound really good, and I think it sort of lifts the movie. In this movie, you realise how important the sound is when you hear the lasers in this. It sounds like when you're playing in your backyard and you're playing with your friends and you're going pa-choo, 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 zap, 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 pa-choo, pa-choo, pa-choo. It's like really bad. So also in the Retro Movie Talk Show, we like to talk about the mistakes and goofs that happen in the movie. But there's quite a lot in this movie, but we're going to just talk about one. At one point, Count Zarth Arn proclaims,
"By sunset, I'll be the new emperor."
Of course, he says this while on a spaceship in outer space, where there would technically be no sunset. Sunsets require a star and a rotating celestial body. So as much as I say this movie is quite naff, I actually quite enjoy it. I do like a bad movie now and again, and this has got all the elements of quite a terrible movie. But, you know, I kind of enjoyed it. So go check it out. So if you enjoyed my Retro Movie Talk Show, please remember to hit subscribe down below. Please add your comments. Let me know your thoughts when you go and watch this movie, and I'll catch you next time.